You know, some Italian devotees, many were there, hundreds. So they were playing with your mind, with the other opposite sex and many things. Guru Maharaj, you are shameless, he said. How can you, in other words, how can you in the presence of devotee let your mind go like a monkey, you know? He knows, he can see all these things. But we think, yeah, nobody sees it. It's only me. If someone is in ignorance, one is in Maya, he doesn't know these things. He doesn't understand how the vision of a devotee, of a trans devotee. Once Gokul Muni Maharaj is one very advanced devotee, or what Italy, it's also more than almost 80 now. Guru Maharaj likes him very much, and he is very pure. He is never taking bath in temple, he always goes to Yamuna, 40 years now. He never takes prasad in the temple, he always do madhikari. He's begging every day for food. And he said, he told me, Guru Maharaj is not anymore speaking now. This was the last years, now he stopped speaking, you know. But he knows everything, every single devotee in the temple, what they are doing, what they are. Before I know Gurudev, he was very strong, you know. He sometimes even took the stick, you know. I once watched them, and I stayed upstairs when in the opposite side there was one devotee, one Italian devotee, and those devotees, they are only staying half year in India and half year they're getting some money to stay again in India half year. So he was not satisfied. He gave them some service, but then nobody is doing anything, you know. And he was looking for the door out, and he saw him, and he took his stick. Go inside. Don't show your face. This was before, but then afterwards he becomes silent. But the Gokul Muni Maharaj told me he knows everything. He knows everything about everyone, about all of his devotees. So the pure devotee, they know these things, and we should learn. We should try to get the first place. We should try to realize this first shloka. All the shlokas, or the Upadishamrita, we should study this book. It is very important. How to deal amongst the devotees, what are the exchanges of devotees, and what we should not do, what we should do. All these things are very nicely described here. Actually, I wanted to speak about faith today, but I came now to these things. Just want to ask if anybody wants to add some or have some question on this. Otherwise, we could discuss about faith, the nature of faith. A very important subject in the process of bhakti. Anyone? Is that okay? We can discuss about faith. There's one sloka in the Chandogya Upanishad. You see, Amna Shuta, there's about many subjects. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he collected some important shlokas from different shastras. On Chandogya Upanishad, he's mentioned this Adihi Bhagavat Iti Upasasasat. Narada approached Sanat Kumar and said, "Oh Master, please instruct me." Sanat Kumar replied, "First tell me what you know, and then I will teach what is beyond that." When one has faith, then he can meditate. A person who has no faith cannot meditate. A person who has faith can meditate. One should be eager to understand the nature of faith. And before there's an important shloka also. Bhagavad Dhansat Prasangat Ananya Bhakto Shraddha. By associating with devotees, the fortunate souls attain faith in unalloyed devotional service. Sadhu Sangha Krishna Bhaktya Shraddha Yadi Hoy Bhaktya Bala Prema Hoy Samsara Gaya Shaya. By associating with a devotee, one awakens his faith in devotional service to Krishna. Because of devotional service, one's dormant love for Krishna awakens. And thus one's material conditional existence comes to an end. Shradhavanjana hoy bhakti adhika. A faithful devotee is a truly eligible candidate for loving service of the Lord. There's one more. Satvanyo bhayavajam bhakti unmukhi chitta vritta vishesha. Faith is a specific activity performed in the heart. It makes one desire to engage in devotional service. It is different from the other means of spiritual advancement. So faith is something very special. We should understand. Shraddha, or faith, it is not in the mind, not on the intellectual platform. It is coming from the heart, or it is in the heart. If we want to go to the spiritual world, there they say, every step you do there, every movement is based on faith. There's no calculation. There's no calculation in this sense. I might do this, then I get this, then that will happen like this. There's no such calculation, not such thinking. Everything there is just fully dependent on the Supreme. That's because there is this saying Srila Siddhama used very often. It is the saying of a Western philosopher, Hegel. Die to live. Die to live means our conception of this world, our thinking, what is good for me or bad for me, this thing has to die. Then you move just on the platform of faith, of Shraddha. It is and not an easy thing to develop real faith. But if one has developed this platform, or this comes to this platform, then Gata Upanishad says, Nayam Atma Bharavajananena Labhyo Nam Medhayana Bahuna Sutena Yam Me Vaishya Vrinute Dena Labhyas Dasyaisha Atma Vivrinute Danum Svam. The Supreme Lord is not attained by expert explanation.